I remember, I mean, I owned all of Germany and probably most all of Russia. My people went around and went to every house, went to every place, basically buying up all the land and basically talking to anyone that was there, staking claims basically on land. And at some point in time, I did sell off America, but then there was some problems or some other things, and basically I rebought up the land basically. And I remember the day that that my people had gone around and basically bought up America, and I was like so happy. I was like, ah, I have people. It was so nice because I had people and I had land and I owned the land and the people. Well, the land anyway. I was like, well, I own the land, but you're my people now. So, anyway, my people didn't mind being my people. So, or at least the people in America or my countries didn't mind being Lucifer Star's people because it was like, well, just normal laws and yeah. So, and hiring police, training police, and basically I owned all the land. That's what the Washington D.C. receipts are about. You know that show where they're like, and he has receipts, and they're like, and they cheated him because the receipts they sold double or printed double the receipts or something like that. That's what all those receipts were about. And I even said, I said, even if you pay double, it won't matter. I won't really care. Anyway, so apparently there was some other extra printing of the receipts or something like that, but it just meant that anyway, somebody got paid a little extra. It's like, well, so what? It was only 18 something, but I mean, from that point on, I owned all of America. Basically, I owned the whole United States. And where that one guy was like, maybe what it was that I think that one guy was trying to get it or something like that. And what they did was they gave him a copy. I think that's why he went, damn you, and threw them all away because they gave him a copy of the receipts and they kept a copy of the receipts, proving that it was for Lucifer Star. And I think what he wanted to do was write down his name on the receipts as the owner of the property. And I think maybe they put the people, or it's supposed to be for Lucifer Star because it was Lucifer White Star Lines, the shipping company. I was buying the land in America because like I say, Germany had become compromised, and Germany was it was too dangerous over there. So for a while there, I was a shipping company without any territory. That's kind of why I just basically went, we are a country on the water. There's a while when basically all the countries of the world were like, me, 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 and I was like, fine, you know what? Fuck, forget you. I'm a country on the water. I was like, how much technical land or living space do you have to in order to qualify as a country? So for a minute there, that's one thing that's different from any other shipping company out there. Lucifer White Star Lines, I claim myself as a country at sea. Because I had battleships, I had aircraft carriers, I had shipping companies, I had freighters, and I was like, well, you add it all up. I had tugboats. I was like, I'm a country at sea. I have enough land in built ships that I qualify as a country at sea. I could almost grow my own food. I almost have that many ships. So I was like, well, technically I could qualify as just a country at sea. So I was like, fine, I have my own flag. Anyway, so believe it or not, like I say, you'll notice that maybe in the record books or something else like that, that basically Lucifer White Star Lines, I qualified as a country at sea. I was like, I declare my independence as a country in the ocean. Lucifer White Star Lines. I'm making my own laws, my own rules. Anyway, and a lot of people went, oh, he has all the battleships. It's like, yes. I have all the battleships. And the aircraft carriers. I was like, I have aircraft carriers, I have battleships, I have cruise ships, I have freighters, I have sailing ships. If I have to lash them all together, we will. So I was like, we qualify as a country at sea. We don't need them. We don't have to follow the rules. We make our own rules. Or I make my own rules. I make my own rules. And basically went, I plant my flag. So, you know how they always say, a ship always has to have a country of calling. It's like, no I don't. On Lucifer White Star Lines. So you'll notice that right there, I mean, there was a minute there where basically I had no country. I had no land. Because pretty much America was being a bitch. Or the United States was being a bitch. Germany or some of the other countries were being a bitch. And I was like, fine. If we'll buy our food or grow our own food. So I was like, damn it, this is going to suck. Anyway, though, but my people put all their heads together and basically were like, well, we don't want you to fail. So anyway, so advance. Anyway, but for a minute there was a thing where basically Lucifer White Star Alliance, I literally had no country because basically everybody was pretty much declaring war on White Star Alliance, on me. And they even told me, they said, well, actually, they're declaring war on you. It's like, how many? Everyone? So there was a moment of just like, you know, because like I say, that's the thing is basically I declared myself a country at sea. Because basically somebody was saying that they were in control of America or the United States, and Germany was being a bitch, and everybody was basically turned against me. And I was like, fine, I'm a country at sea. So basically I was ocean-going country with no land. Anyway, I think maybe I had paid out for the land too, though. So I had also lost money or something. It was bad. It was really bad. But anyway, though, but my people were like, well, I think we got this. So anyway, though, so my people, anyway, very quickly we bought up some land, and then we bought some more, and then we bought some more, and then we bought some more, and pretty soon we had a country again. Anyway, though, but there's a minute there where basically I declared my own laws and my own rules. And basically I was a country without land. The great Lucifer Star. Anyway, though, but like I say, it was just like a phase, and I passed through it. Basically, a lot of the people, all my crew, basically, my crew of my ships basically contacted their home people, and they said, well, we're still with you, or something like that. I don't really know. I don't really remember. But basically, you know, it's because, you know, they wanted to remove me. They wanted to take me down, or something like that, or yeah, whatever. Yeah, or I think it was something about the female laws. They wanted me to change the laws, or they had changed the laws to basically discriminate against women or something. There was some law that they were doing, and I was like, that's not fair. I'm not going to do that. I will not reinforce that, because there's some people that were going on my ships and we're like, well, in our country the law says this, and I was like, well, you're not on your country anymore. You're on my country. You're on one of my ships. Like I was like, you cannot enforce your laws on my ships. I enforce my laws on my ships. That's that. They're my ships. That's why the name on the side of the ship says Lucifer White Star Lines. It's not your ship. Buy the ship, build a ship, and then you can call it your ship, and you can enforce your own. I got all mad. I was really mad. I was like, but in my but my by my laws, by my rules, rape is not okay. Killing is not okay. I don't care what it says in your country. Anyway, so basically there was quite a few things where people were like, blah, 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 the king can do whatever he wants. And I was like, no, he can't, unless he can swim. Anyway, I was really, there were a couple of people that had killed people on my ships, and my people were like, it's the king. I was like, I don't care who he is. I don't care if he's God himself. Kick him off my ship. Anyway, I set down the law. I was like, look, it's like this. So anyway, I was like, you know, that's why it's Lucifer Starline, basically, because I was like, no, you know, and I was like, all right, form up. You know, and I called a group meeting of all my people, basically, and there was this one spot in time and space where basically it was emergency, and we're about to be a country without land, because they had declared war on me. So anyway, but then some of my crew, I guess, contacted their families and stuff like that, and their families said, well, we're still with you. I don't know. They had, you know, I had people still. So, because what they were trying to do was messed up. You know, they're trying to do something wrong, and I was going to stand against them because I could. Anyway, so Lucifer White Star Lines, I stood against everyone, or at least the countries for a minute, the leaders of the world, basically. I was like, I'm independent. I do not follow your rules. Killing is not okay. I don't care who you are. Rape is not okay. I don't care who you are. So there's a moment when basically I basically took off my cloak and said, I am Lucifer Star. I refuse. And I had more public opinion at the time, I guess. So anyway, yeah. That was my big moment. And after that, well, we were attacked. And after that, it was like...